Alright, good afternoon. I'm doing this from a different spot today. I'm actually doing it from my office. I'm during my lunch break. I'm actually right now fixing to make me up some oatmeal. So today's video is essentially about my inability to eat healthy. As much as I would like to eat healthier, I struggle with it. Okay. I like sweets. I've always liked this since I was a kid, but I want to say that it kind of plays into my eating habits when I'm out and about, because when I'm out and about, there's really nothing out there but junk food. I'm not a meal prepper. I don't usually prep something to eat for the next day as much as I would like to. My wife makes me things to eat, and I tend to leave them at home. I want to take them with me. I enjoy when she makes me food because she doesn't have to. Okay, she does that because she cares, and she just wants to make sure I eat. Because I go in and out of times with myself where I eat and I don't eat. My wife, she says that I have my hungry days and I have my non-hungry days. Sometimes I can go 2 days without really eating, and then some days I'm just starving and I just want to eat whatever's in sight. The worst thing for me is if I'm eating when I have a lot of money on me as well, because if I'm hungry and I got some money on me, I tend to buy a bunch of crap that I really don't even want. Right? So say for instance, like this morning, I bought this like little Zinger cake thing and a Venom energy drink, because one, I was tired as crap this morning, and so I wanted to go ahead and get something to drink to kind of get my energy up a little bit. And then I bought the cake because I was kind of feeling a little hungry, but I didn't know what I wanted, and it was there. I seen it. I took a couple bites out of it later on, and I was like, man, I didn't want this crap. I bought it out of compulsion. Like I just did it. But I don't favor a lot of stuff out there. I'm very picky sometimes with how I eat, or what I eat. But a lot of times, if I have a lot of options as well, I will refuse to eat. I don't know what it is. Say for instance, if I go to the fridge and the fridge is full of all kinds of different things that I like, or foods and stuff like that are healthy, even foods that aren't healthy, I'll go to the fridge, I'll see these things, and then just choose not to eat. And it's weird like that. I don't really do sodas too often. I have a habit of buying a Coke, and then after the first sip or two, I just kind of like, oh man, why did I get this thing? But I don't like drinking water all the time, and I don't like Kool-Aid. Okay? Because maybe when I was younger, all we did was drink Kool-Aid or Sun Tea, because my mom would take an old pickle jar that she would get from the store and take them home, clean them out, and then after she gets the pickle smell out of it, she would make tea in them and sit them outside and let them sit in the sun. And then we had Sun Tea, and then we had Kool-Aid, but I really didn't like Kool-Aid. It was just weird. But when I was younger, before I got with my wife, I didn't even have a diet then. It kind of consisted of just a strawberry Fanta and an oatmeal cookie, because I knew that for $2 or $1.50 at the time, because it was 26 cents for an oatmeal cookie, and 99 cents for the Coke or the strawberry Fanta. So I would get that, and that I would eat that and drink that, and that would be what I had for the entire day. And then when I started working, and I started using even more and more energy, I just had a hard time with wanting to eat on a consistent basis as well. I don't like to snack. Okay, I've seen so many different health things where they say, "Oh, you should snack every couple of hours or snack or whatever." Well, when I'm at work, 80-90% of the time you can't do that. Some places they don't even allow food on the floor. Okay, so what? So a lot of times what I do is I would just eat whenever it was available. And then I've worked in places where you couldn't leave to go get something to eat because they didn't have nothing close by, or in some cases I was just broke. I didn't have the money to go get something to eat, and I would just sit there and just not eat anything, or I would bring something. But a lot of times I don't like doing reheated food. It's weird, considering, they say I grew up where that's all you had was reheated or food that was leftovers or certain types of food. But even then, when I was a kid, you know, my mom, she would make, say for instance, my mom would make a big old pot of menudo, right? And as I started getting older and I quit wanting to eat that, she would still be making it. And we'd be like, "Oh, we don't want none." And my mom would go, "Well, I'm not cooking again until it's gone." And we would go, shoot, 4, 5, 6 days without wanting to eat again, or at least have her make something to eat. We'll eat at school. What we do is we'd get to school earlier, or try to get to school earlier. And with the school, the cafeteria ladies would let us do is that we would help them out, like around the cafeteria and stuff like that, and we would get an extra plate or something. Or whenever we got done eating, we'd wait until everybody ate, and if there was something left over, people who were still hungry were allowed to come back and eat again. But I would do that and then have lunch there, and then I'll get home and not eat again until the next day. My mom had a strict rule when we were younger. Once you got home from school, you weren't allowed to be inside. You weren't allowed to just lay around the house, stuff like that. So when we would get home, you didn't even do homework. Like, we had homework, you don't do it. You should have done it on the bus. You should have done it when you had some free time, because now you're home and you have to find something to do. We had to be in around 9 o'clock or so. So we would get into all kinds of mischief during that time. But eating wasn't on the agenda. It wasn't what we did. I told people before, it's like, I hate eating. I hate it. It's just because it's a necessity. I have to eat, because if not, I'll get all shaky and disoriented, and to where I can't focus, and my heart rate will go up and stuff like that. I was diagnosed a couple of months ago with that pre-diabetic and stuff. He just told me if I get in shape that I can possibly keep from becoming diabetic. But I as busy as I am, I work all day, and then I work some nights, and I'm just tired. I really don't want to work out, but I should. I enjoy it. I actually enjoy it. But when I do have the time to do it, I kind of just don't want to. By that point, I just don't want to. I'd just rather either watching TV or play some video games, or just spend some time with the wife and kids. Heck, the other day we went down to the park and just walked around the park. But I know that if you're not getting your heart rate up even that walk around the park, even though it was healthy for me to go and do, it wasn't enough to really make an effect on my well-being. But when it comes to food, I mean, I don't know what to say. I watched this program about, how much food you should eat, how much food, how fast you should eat it, stop when you're full, only eat at level 4 hunger. But the problem is I never knew when I was at level 4. I never knew when I was at level 4. So since I didn't know how hungry I really am, a lot of times I wouldn't eat until I was starving. Because, think about it. Like, if I go, for instance, here at work, I get 3 breaks, right? I get my 9 o'clock break for 15 minutes, my lunch for 30 minutes at 12 o'clock, and then my next break at 3 o'clock for 15 minutes. Well, what I would do is, say, for instance, I would get up in the morning right before it's time to go to work, because I don't give myself enough time. I don't like to get up earlier. I'm not really a morning person, but I wanted to work the morning so that I could be around my kids at night. But the morning, I would get up and not eat or drink anything. I would just get up and go to work and work until 9 o'clock. When 9 o'clock would come around, if I'm starving by then, I'll eat something. If I'm not, I'll either watch some videos for that 15 minutes, or I would sleep. I'll take like a little power nap, right? And then lunch would come around. But what happens is that if I didn't eat during that break or whatever, I may not be hungry by lunchtime. And if I was hungry before lunchtime, I tend to just give up and just not really be hungry at lunch. It's like, oh, hey, it's lunchtime. All right, well, I'm more tired than hungry, so I'm just gonna go take a nap, right? Or like lately, I've been doing recordings and stuff like that and going out to eat. So it's been giving me something to do during my lunch break. But then at the 3 o'clock one, I'm definitely taking me a nap. I'm taking me a nap because I don't want to be tired of driving home or driving to work, right? So then I'll get home, and sometimes I'll eat something and sometimes I won't. If I have to go to work, then I'm not going to eat until I get back home later on that night. Sometimes I'll get to work, to their job, and I'll start to feel hungry. And like I said, since I'm compulsive, I just do it. I might grab me a candy bar or something. And that's what I mean. I eat whatever's around me when I feel like I need to eat something. But a lot of times what's around me is junk. So like I said, I struggle. I struggle with trying to keep a healthy pattern. I've seen my weight go up, and I think some of it is because I did have this job change to where I'm actually moving around a little bit less than where I was before, where I was actually a lot more active. Because where I was before, say for instance, I was getting almost 30,000 steps a day and still working my 2 jobs, to where now I'm working at this other job where I'm probably getting maybe 6,000 steps and still working the 2 jobs. So now everything I eat is going to affect me more than it did before. I don't like a lot of vegetables. I do like some. But I don't know. I don't know what to do, because the fact of the matter is I care about my health because, my kids and everything. But at the same time, I don't know what to eat that would give me what I want, because I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want to eat. I can't say I only want to eat meat. I only want to eat vegetables. I only want to eat whatever. I don't want to eat fake foods. Okay, I'm not going to go get that. Let's say, for instance, if I went to that Burger King, I'm not getting the Beyond, the Impossible Burgers and stuff like that, because it's plant-based and shit. No, I want the original stuff. I want it originally the way it is. But say, for instance, this week I've had a burrito twice. and I did not eat the other day. And then it's like today I have this oatmeal. I'm gonna eat this, and then that's gonna be my meal for probably the next 8 hours or so, like until dinner time when I can get home, because then my wife will cook something to eat. I think I might cook something today because I haven't done it in a while. My wife's always taking care of all my needs for the most part, as far as like keeping keeping me fed when I'm not at work, and then washing my clothes and making sure I have what I need. But I used to cook a little bit more back in the day. I tend to do it a little bit less, but it's probably because I'm tired. I really don't feel like doing it. But they would say that I was told that if I was the one cooking, I'd probably cook something that I want to eat. But in reality, I would cook just because spend some time cooking. And a lot of times when I'm cooking, my kids are standing right beside me while I'm cooking. Even though they're older, they tend to be around me while I'm cooking and stuff. So I do enjoy it. I just don't like to do it as much. See, that's what I'm saying, is that the things I enjoy to do, I'm so quick to give up on them if I'm tired or if I just don't feel like doing it. And these are things I enjoy to do. I enjoy cooking and spending time with my kids, or I enjoy working out and stuff like that. But I try to cut down my sugar. But lately, I think over the past couple of weeks, I've almost ignored the fact that everything has sugar in it. I've pretty much just been kind of like, you know what? Even if I starve myself to where I'm not eating as much, or I'm eating a bunch of junk, I'm getting the same output, getting the same result. So, like for instance, some days I might consume maybe like 800 calories. And some days I am consuming like 3,000. But I come and go. I'm like a roller coaster ride when it comes to my food. But I do need to get in shape. I do need to get healthy again. I haven't been skinny in a long time. All right. But I wanted to do a video real quick talking about the struggles with my weight and my want to activities and stuff like that. And sometimes we don't do activities because I'm broke, right? But you can say, hey, well, going to the park is free. Yeah, going to the park is free, but when am I going to have my free time to do it? And when I do have the free time, what does the weather look like? Right? I'm not going out in the middle in a raining storm. I'm not going to go out when it's super freezing because, I like to bundle up and stay warm. And plus, why would I want to put my kids or my, out there, or why would I go out there and potentially get myself sick? Because my health does matter to the point where I don't want to get sick either. All right. I've never had the flu except for once, but that was because I had 3 jobs at the time. I worked almost 6 months, maybe 8 months, with 3 jobs. So at the end of that year, when I went to the doctor because my knee, I couldn't move as much, and my knee was killing me. And so I went to the doctor, and she was all like, "Oh man, you have a fever." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And so, it'll come, it'll go, but it don't matter. And then whenever the doctor's like, "Hey, well, can I do a test on you?" I was like, "Yeah." She does the flu test on me. She said, "Oh yeah, you have the flu. You're gonna have to sit for 5 days." And then when she said that, I was like, "Yeah, right. I'm fixing to go to work right now. As soon as I get out of this doctor's office, I'm gonna go home, and in 2 hours, I'm going to work." Well, she wasn't lying about the 5 days off, because I went home, I laid down, and I didn't get up for like 3 days. And I don't even remember those 3 days passing, the 4 days passing, because my wife would say I would wake up and she would give me some water, and then I would go right back to sleep and just basically sweat it out. Because the doctor asked me, she was like, well, you want to go ahead and get the flu shot or the flu medicine or whatever. I was like, no, I don't want it. I'm not doing this flu shot thing because I just don't agree with it. But you know, I want to keep my health in order, because like I say, if I go out in the cold and I'm putting myself in these situations where I could possibly get sick, then I could possibly lose work or lose money, and I don't want to do that. So I tried to snack. I did do that for a while, eating peanuts and everything, but like I said, it's just the habits. I don't have the habit to want to eat like that. I want to have a nice warm meal right then and there, cooked right then and there. So that's why I'm gonna eat my dinners when I'm at home. And then like when I'm out and about, I only want to go out to eat because I want it made then, right? So I just wanted to do this quick video, just kind of giving some information about myself. And I'm doing it from my office because I figured I'd do something a little different. I share this office with other people, so I can't tend to do it in here all the time, because they got their stuff that they got to do and I'm doing my stuff. But you know, something different, something a different view on me. I don't want to do politics all the time. We'll do health. We'll do shows. I will do random videos. Random different things, because I want random different people in here. Okay, because if you're only here for the news or politics, then if I don't have a politic thing going on, then I won't get any views, and I won't get certain types of responses from people. Maybe there's people out there as well that are struggling with, you know, balancing work and your food and your eating habits and stuff like that, balancing the weight and stuff, because I weigh roughly around close to 220, right? But I'm 5'5", 5'4", I would say 5'5" on a good day. You know, when you first wake up, when they say your spine collapses a little bit as your day goes on, so you get shorter by the end of the day. So I'm gonna say 5'4", and 5'4", I'm supposed to, apparently to the scientists or the doctors, I'm supposed to weigh about 160. So when they say obese, I'm like triple obese. So I'm gonna eventually get ahead of it, because I have to, because as I get older, it's gonna get harder to do. Right now I'm only 33, so I will have to hurry up and get grips on it. But I just wanted to do a quick video, and I'm gonna go ahead and post this in a little bit. I actually used up all my lunch on my video, so I'm gonna scarf down this oatmeal because that's what I got in my cup. But y'all have a good day, and I'll see y'all next time. All right, bye.